Whew. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, this morning, what am I thinking of? I've actually got up early as usual. Um, it was around 2:22 this morning when I got up. That alarm went off, and I was just like, yes, I got to get up. So I did. Spiritual psychology. I don't know why I'm actually thinking about it, but spiritual psychology for me is a definition that I cannot explain, but the only thing that came into my to my head was how do I say it? The ability to say things in minutes. Because a lot of time when even though we claim that we are spiritual, we are this, some of the things that we actually say, we do not mean it. Yes, we do not mean some of the things that we say. We say we mean things, but it's actually not true. So I'm just sort of just looking at it, and yeah, so I think today's marathon, what number am I on today? Maybe like 80 something. So I'm gonna quickly do this morning. And I was sort of thinking about spiritual psychology this morning. And it's really funny how when we say things, we manifest things. Even though we say what we want, we don't actually mean it. And to be honest about it can sometimes be very difficult. And that's where the repetition affirmation comes in, because the mind is actually very tricky. It's really funny how a lot of us actually go around lying to ourselves, because we've been taught that we are not supposed to have a weak mind, and when we have that weak mind, we deny it. We don't want people to think that we're weak. So like for me, there's certain things I've been writing down. Even though I'm writing it down every morning as an affirmation, I realize out of 100%, I only mean it 70. So that last 30, I'm trying to get in, because the mind is actually like the mind is actually like a muscle. And when you're saying things affirmationately and just continue to wish for things, it can be really difficult. So even though a lot of time we tend to pretend, I'm actually stopping there because I don't want to get caught in no rain. So I'm going to just do this real quick today. So yes, I'm actually been thinking about spiritual psychology. So I'm going to straighten out my light. I don't really need it anymore. Then continue. So spiritual psychology is what I'm actually thinking about this morning. The ability to say things in my head and actually mean it. You know, the ability to deal with that doubt in my mind and be honest about it. That can be really, really difficult. You know, and so what I've actually done is I kept on it consistently, repeating it to my head. And that's why the word faith sometimes comes as a bit of a shabby, because the word faith, you have to truly believe in yourself. And sometimes to put oneself in that situation can be extremely difficult, because we never want to accept when we're weak-minded. And like everyone else, I go through my weak-minded stage, and I have to reboot myself every single day. So what I used every morning is, when I'm doing yoga, now I do push-ups with it very slowly. Then I have to sit down. So the sitting down cross-legged meditation is pretty much the ability to deal with the pain in my body. Because when you sit with gravity and let gravity pull you, you begin to feel certain pain in your body. And that pain in your body is what makes us not want to meditate. So I'm actually sitting with that pain and dealing with it. And just sitting there and allowing gravity to pull you, it truly makes you. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this morning, but that's what I'm thinking of. Spiritual psychology, the ability to write things down and mean it, and not be ashamed that you don't really mean it, because when you ask for something and when you don't mean it truly from the bottom of your heart, your mind does tell you, but we want to deny it. So today I'm going to work on what I'm actually desiring for, that I write down every morning, that I do not mean it 100%. Because being able to share that, to say, yes, I don't mean what I'm saying, but I want to mean it. So, and it comes down to our spiritual belief system too, because a lot of time we say we believe in something, but in reality, we don't mean it. So let me hurry up with this 26-mile meditative jog. I don't want to be out here too long today. I've got things to do, and I'm going to say happy Monday and one love.